All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Soin and Effect. Game taking place here on Echo Isle. This is a recommended game, so hopefully, well, it lives up to its hype. Effect spawning as the red human over here on the top right-hand side of Echo Isle. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, we have Soin spawning as the blue orc. Gonna be following Soin just in case he chooses up a Blade Master, and hopefully things are gonna be okay. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna... Well, someone was saying that the game sounds were too loud, so I'll go ahead and tone it down here. If that was an older video, my apologies. Let me know. I'll up the game sounds. I will go ahead and ask this once more time, or give a little bit of a reminder. If you guys out there have Amazon Prime and are not using your free Twitch Prime subscription, please consider subscribing to me on Twitch. It gives me a decent amount of support. It's almost like $250 a person. I think that's what the math runs out to. So if all of the people out there, if I don't know, like 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, if you guys all went ahead and did that, it would really help me. Views and monetized views are actually getting really low. I'm just being absolutely honest with you guys.
Ready to work.
And it seems like 3/4 of the people out there watching my content turn off ads. So I think I'm getting about $50 a month right now through YouTube. So yeah, I don't do this for the money. This is a passion project. I definitely do enjoy it. But at the same time, I got bills to pay, and well, yeah, that's just the honest truth. Otherwise, I'd probably be better just picking up my kids after school and spending more time with them as well, which is something I should consider anyways. Let's go ahead and break things down. This is going to be an Archmage militia clearing out this mercenary camp right here. Going to go ahead and throw down a fireball. Are we going to get a lightning shield? Waiting for that. There's a water elemental right there. There's a purge onto the water elemental. Effect not realizing that he needs to attack with the militia before he drops that water elemental, and that actually ends up costing him a good amount of hit points on that water elemental there. He is now backing away. Effect is in a little bit of trouble. Soin, on the other hand, now opening up with the Farseer here, and now getting damage onto that footman. My apologies for going, a little... actually, it feels kind of weird asking for support, but at the same time, if you guys don't know, then if I don't ask, then, it's all my fault anyways. Anyway, Effect, now wandering around, gets a militia or a peasant getting taken out there, and we are looking at a lot of harassment early on. Effect is going to have a little bit of problems. There was an Abolish Magic right there. Looks like it's going to go ahead and get resummoned once more. No Abolish Magic, just some heals. That does come as a big surprise there. The Force Troll Shadow Priest could have gotten a little bit of mana onto that, a little bit more mana if it got Brilliant Aura by taking down those Spirit Wolves. All right, a little bit of an engagement, not going to end up happening. Grunt now looking to back away again. Archmage wants to do some more creeping, but the Force Troll Shadow Priest is, a high priority target for Soin and that Farseer. Back off to the north here, Militia going to go ahead and clear out. Positive attack +6 going to be dropped. It looks like it will be Brilliance or a Force Troll Shadow Priest. Is ensnared, and that's going to be a problem. There is an Abolish Magic. There is another Abolish Magic. But quickly, that guy is going to get taken down. There he goes, an unfortunate ensnare, not allowing the Force Troll Shadow Priest to run away. And, sometimes the creeps favor one side early on in the matchup. Militia going to go ahead and try and engage here. Low hit point Militia is going to be able to back away in time. Yes, nicely done. Using a wall of Militia right there in order to protect this one low hit point peasant. Meanwhile, Water Elemental now pushing back here against that Farseer. Farseer currently sitting only at level 1. Has to be very careful. Archmage is going to show back up to the party, and he now with Claws of Attack +6 can deal a large amount of damage. Scout Tower upgrading to an Arcane Tower. Militia trying to get away. Will it be able to do so? It is simply just running for the hills, trying to get away. It does have a very long run time, but the Spirit Wolves look like they are going to simply outrun that Militia there. trying to catch up. Militia down to 17 hit points. There was a shot there. Is it going to be able to wake up the creeps? Militia still in a mad run, down to 1 hit point, still running away. He's going to run so hard and get so far, but in the end, is it going to matter? That is going to be a tough time. The Spirit Wolves are not going to fall first. The Militia gets taken out in the back as the Farseer finally gets that kill and resummons some Spirit Wolves here. Water Elemental could turn back around Archmage. Seeing at 170 mana, are we going to perhaps try and get in a little bit of damage onto some of those units? This Water Elemental down to 43 hit points. May get shot down. Was experience given? I'm not 100% sure. It looks as though the Null Poachers ended up dealing the damage. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Tauren Chieftain opening up here, and the Tauren Chieftain with Endurance Aura. This is not your typical opening whatsoever. Going Farseer into a Tauren Chieftain, may we be going into some sort of chain wave strategy? Only time can tell. The Bestiary is already up with that Tauren Totem for those Spirit Walkers. Farseer looking to engage, take down the Force Troll Berserkers. Ogre Mauler gonna get in a lot of damage here, and the problem right now is that this army coming in from the Orc side, it doesn't deal that much damage. They are very sturdy, but at the same time, in the same way, what you also need to see is that the Tauren Chieftain needs to be in position, give that damage and movement speed bonus across the board, as we're now looking at Healing Spray being used on that Alchemist. Alchemist, however, getting bashed right there, getting interrupted on that Healing Spray. A little bit of unfortunate luck there. Once again, more Healing Spray being used. Footmen are going to be able to now back up. Let's take a look at this. Tauren Chieftain is sitting at level 2. Farseer is also sitting at level 2. Meanwhile, down across here, Alchemist is at, Alchemist is at 1. Archmage is almost at 3. And by stealing some of the experience from Soin, Effect is going to have, well, a double bonus. He's going to get to level 3 on that Archmage, level 2 on that Alchemist very easily, while making sure that his opponent is not going to have as easy of a time. Let's take a look. There is still the 5-3-3 creep camp off on the other side of the map. Archmage has now double Claws of Attack +6, plus 12 damage. Essentially, that Archmage is dealing extra damage as though it is an extra footman. Alchemist, however, wants to get a lot of that experience. Double Water Elementals here going to support that Alchemist as the Archmage purposely wanders away from the fight in order to, well, give more experience back to this Alchemist here. Let's take a look at this Tome of Agility. Alchemist is now sitting at level 2. Another Claws of Attack +6. This Archmage at +18 damage is going to be, well, very unorthodox. Meanwhile, Barracks is going to get taken down here as the Arcane Sanctums are training up Sorceresses and Priests. All right, this is going to be a problem. There you have it, a Swirl of Town Portal heading back. All the units are now going to try to head back away. Archmage gets a Swirl of Town Portal as well. There's a Chain Lightning as well. And the Orc Burrow gets taken down in time. A long distance attack, perhaps, getting in a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, a Raider didn't get the memo to head back to town. And, well, what was going to be a fairly even trade, and now looks like it goes in the favor of Effect. Effect able, losing, Effect lost a Barracks, and I believe that's pretty much it. Meanwhile, his opponent lost a Burrow and a Raider, and is now currently supply blocked at 43/40 supply. All right, back across here, Alchemist looking to get to level 3. Archmage is going to be backing away. Archmage may consider trying to get, a Scroll of Town Portal. Is he going to aggro these creeps as well? Yes, he is going to aggro those creeps and pull back again. Kobold Tunnel are going to get taken out. Alchemist now sitting at level 3. Let's take a look at this. More units are going to be making their way over. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain is at level 3. In addition, well, not in addition, now surpassing that Farseer's level. All right, trying to get a little bit more experience. This is going to be a problem. Let's take a look. One Chain Lightning could steal a whole bunch of experience. Archmage is going to try to turn back around. There's a bunch of casters on the other side as well. Raiders may get in some ensnares, and this is very problematic. An unfortunate creep jack here. Effect could try and turn back around and engage here. The whole entire back line, that back field, is very powerful at, well, dealing with units that are running away. And you can take a look. Healing Spray now being used here as the Militia look to join in on the fight. However, no Scroll of Healing to try and counteract all of this. Healing Spray being used there, and it looks as though a Grunt may get taken down. That Grunt, wow, that Grunt down to 3 hit points, ends up surviving, and now a Scroll of Healing quickly being used there. All right, Grunt's getting taken down. Lightning Shield onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain, is he going to put his foot down? Healing Spray to try and counteract. Ensnare there. More Healing Spray. Who is actually coming on top? Grunt taking a whole... Well, Grunt trying to fight back here. Militia may try to head back home as the Tauren Chieftain could get taken down. Tauren Chieftain gets taken down. Scroll of Town Portal unable to be transferred. Acid Bomb now onto the Grunt as all of the units now make their way back down to the south. Meanwhile, here we do see... What is this? There's a peon there looking to set up an expansion. I thought for a second we could have seen a pocket critter. No, that is not the case. Grunt gonna get taken out there as Effect is gonna be able to clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp, get to level 4 on the Archmage, and perhaps even set up an expansion. Soin in so much trouble now after that last battle. Farseer sitting at level 2, Tauren Chieftain being forced to resurrect as well, and you are also losing a lot of precious leveling up time. Right now, during this moment, only the Archmage is the one clearing out creep camps. They perhaps should have cleared out this creep camp or try to steal this creep camp as well. One thing that, well, professional players do, they manage creeps, and they know that creeps are a resource available on the map. Just like gold, well, it is possible to run out of creeps, and that does end up sending things back just a little bit. Arcane Sanctum training up, Adept. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Raiders now coming in to get in some damage. It does not look like Pillage is researched at all. Orc Burrows, however, the Orc Burrows do not have the upgrades for fortified armor. With that said, all of these sorceresses and priests are going to be able to focus down Orc Burrow after Orc Burrow very, very quickly, as the units are now just making their way back over. It is going to turn into a bit of a base race here. One Arcane Tower, one Spellbreaker trying to fight all of this back here. All of these additional farms making it difficult to get a good surround here. Tauren Chieftain is now back out onto the field. Tauren Chieftain does not go for a shockwave. There is now an Orc Burrow death. Alchemist now sitting at level 4. What is going on here? Acid Bomb across multiple units, and now all of these peasants are going to get taken down. Kodo Beast could try and chomp on a priest, not able to catch that there. Meanwhile, peasant after peasant getting taken down. Orc Burrows are going to end up getting lost, and this could turn into an effective base race. All right, let's take a look back across here. Peasants are massively repairing. No Scroll of Town Portal. Is that the reason? No. Archmage does have a Scroll of Town Portal, just don't know why he hasn't escaped yet in order to get back a little bit of a free time there as you now see the army land here. All right, let's take a look. Acid Bomb onto a Raider. Raider is going to end up getting taken down. The healing salve not in time as the Alchemist could try and throw another Acid Bomb across multiple units. All right, there is another Acid Bomb there onto that Grunt. Multiple damage over time again. Alchemist not able to really keep up though. 50 supply compared to 37, and Soin is in so much trouble now, sitting at 37 over 10 supply. Unable to train up more peons anywhere as he is currently supply blocked, building peons wherever he can, and now also trying to clear out creep camps as that's the only thing that he really has going for him. Raiders are going to be doing a little bit of hit and run tactics. Are we getting pillage? No pillage. A footman actually getting eaten right there, and really, I don't see how Soin can afford to not have pillage at this point. He needs to figure out how to spend his gold in order for it to be effective. Meanwhile, this water elemental is just dancing around trying to chase after this Kodo Beast as well. More Orc Burrows are getting added. You see fortified armor finally available on those Orc Burrows. Meanwhile, Acid Bomb onto the Farseer. Let's take a look. Disenchant Water Elemental. Well, let's take a look. Farseer taking pretty much full damage per attack right now. Acid Bomb having a nasty effect right there as all the units are just continuing to fight and chase. Farseer does move very, very quickly in addition to that Endurance Aura. Grunts, what was going on here? They were not all in position. One front Grunt, well, gets Acid Bomb, but the one behind it does not get the effect. And, well, a little bit of a lucky break there. Farseer now needs to retreat back off to the north. We are at 36 over 40 supply. Finally able to train up more units. many of those units now being peons in order to start mining once again. Effect needs to capitalize on his advantage right now, but for some reason is not going for some sort of death kill, taking out an orc burrow right now. And this is really where time management makes a very big difference. If you are not managing your time very well, what's going to happen here? Kodo Beast now digesting a water elemental there. Let's take a look. Kodo Beast, this is pretty much a free unit, but I like this play by Soin. Soin, if he's able to just sacrifice this Kodo Beast onto all of these units here, he is in fact buying himself time. Well, no, he does not look like that is going to be the case, but we are going to now see a couple of farms not getting taken down there. All right, pillage has been researched. You can see the gold is going up slowly with every swing of those giant swords. One hand, well, they should be two-handed swords, but that is just a recommendation. Meanwhile, Staff of Teleportation coming in. Alchemist showing back up onto the field. They're trying to finish off things. Keep is getting repaired as all the units are now going to look to back up. Meanwhile, during this time, Archmage is going to get to level 5. Level 5 now on the Archmage. Double, triple Claws of Attack +6, Scroll of Healing, Boots of Speed. Very, very nice items on that Archmage to make his auto attack actually a bit scary. Alchemist is going to be here, ready to go. Where is the remaining units going now? Archmage just saying, you know what? I don't care if my Archmage gets more experience. I just need to make sure my opponent doesn't get any more. And the remainder of the creep camps, well, save for this one, I think this one, does this one have a little bit more? Yeah, this one's pretty much healed back up. Wow, this creep camp was pretty much in the red about 5 minutes ago or 7 minutes ago, and now they've healed all the way back up. Both sides are not setting up an expansion right now, and I'm really wondering what Soin's strategy is at this point. He is effectively trading by using a Scroll of Speed in order to get away. If we see an Ensnare on the Alchemist, oh, we could have an Ensnare on the Alchemist and try to get us around. There is another unit right there, Acid Bomb coming across. Tauren Chieftain, there is Healing Spray, but another Ensnare now down. Scroll of Town Portal landing back on the other side. Invisibility, Shockwave goes through, Chain Lightning. Archmage or a bunch of units were in trouble. Let's take a look at this. Alchemist getting, well, Healing Sprayed after the Ensnare, and there goes the Alchemist once more. A beautiful, beautiful play, but was it worth it? A lot of death right there as all the units are in full retreat. Archmage is now sitting at level 5. He did burn a Scroll of Town Portal and ended up still losing that Alchemist, so a big experience gain as well, as the Tauren Chieftain now just shy of level 4. Spirit Wolves looking to make a move, but that Arcane Tower is going to be more than enough protection. Still no expansions on either side of the map, and the gold mines should be, well, starting to run out shortly. 5 minutes left over here on the top right, a little bit more here on the top left, as we saw Soin was unable to mine at 100% capacity for quite some time, as Effect did a good harassment to take down a lot of peons. Arcane Sanctum, Arcane Vault. We are sitting at mass tier 2. Spellbreakers being that unit right there. You see Peasant getting taken out to make sure that no longer in low upkeep, trying to get every bit of gold that you can out of that gold mine, but still no expansion being set up down to the south. Raiders are going to try and engage. Alchemist is going to be able to get a big acid bomb. It does get an acid bomb there. Does not splash that many targets. 50 supply compared to 43. Now, who has mined more gold? That is the question. Armor is at 0 now on that Tauren Chieftain until that acid bomb comes to an end. Meanwhile, the remaining units are now retreating back still. You see all of these Murloc Nightcrawlers still healing back up. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom right, a level 7 Gargantuan Sea Turtle is still ripe for the picking. Tauren Chieftain gets to, or will stay at level 3, I believe. I don't believe the Forest Troll Trappers will, oh no, does in fact give level 4. All right, so Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 4. The Farseer purposely backed away. Tauren Chieftain gets to level 4. And, well, I believe goes for endurance or a level 2 faster movement across the map. Now, Alchemist is at 4, almost at 5. If there is a potential creepjack or very good timing coming in from Soin, Effect may be forced to burn a Scroll of Town portal in order to live and fight another day. Raiders now making their way over here to the top right. Let's take a look. There goes one Spirit Wolf. Spirit Wolf will end up getting taken down, and in comes the engagement here, trying to take down that keep. Shockwave goes across, hits some of those peasants. Chain Lightning follows up to take down multiple peasants there. Tauren Chieftain and Farseer living up to that Chainwave name, as we see a lot of casters here having a little bit of trouble. All right, can the Tauren Chieftain turn back around and throw down a big shockwave onto the back line of casters? That is the question. 52 supply compared to 50. Soin is still in a better spot right now, but one of the water elementals could end up getting taken down. Is that actually going to give experience? I believe so. And the Farseer now also getting closer to level 4 as well.
Research complete.
Both sides wanting to make sure that their opponent is not setting up expansions, and that's what we're looking at right now. The problem I see for Effect is that he is not capitalizing on any of his advantages. He had the larger army, and now during this time he's just simply waiting back here. He hasn't established up an expansion, so going late game is not going to be that helpful either. He needs to be able to establish up this expansion here. Otherwise, he's going to be on equal footing to his opponent, Soin, as Soin has been behind for much of this match. Archmage over here to the top left. Spellbreakers, Orc Burrows, these are going to be in question and probably taken down. They are sacrificial units. They are acting as scouters right now as they absorb all of that damage. Meanwhile, the Raiders are going to check out this expansion location and realize, you know what, my opponent still has not set up an expo. With that, he's not going to be able to pillage, but he is going to be a little bit happy to know that his opponent has not yet expanded. By having his opponent not expand yet, he knows that he's actually going to have gold for a little while longer than his opponent. His opponent never had to stop mining, even though the overall gold amount is going to be relatively the same. Raiders now pushing their way through. Voodoo Lounge going to get taken out. Staff of Teleportation. Alchemist going to go ahead and teleport back here. We could see what is going on here. Tauren Chieftain now looking to back up, losing a lot of mana. Needs to get away. Acid Bomb going across multiple units here. There goes some more units. There's a shockwave across the peasants again. Healing spray all here ready to go to try and finish things off. The Tauren Chieftain gonna go perhaps for another shockwave. Farseer now purposely backing away. You're gonna see a Chain Lightning shockwave go through and multiple peasants get taken down. All right, 4 more peasants lost. Scroll of Town portal coming back the other way. Archmage, Peons getting taken down there as the fight is now brought back over 54 supply compared to 48. Alchemist now at level 5. Archmage was already at level 5, going up against a Tauren Chieftain and a Farseer who is 4 and 3. Soin is still in so much trouble right now. Effect is in the driver's seat of this game, but it may simply come down to gold management. Whoever manages and gets the most gold out of this gold mine here, their starting gold mines, may come out ahead. Tauren Chieftain comes back down to the south and says, you know what? You still have not set up an expansion. What's going on? Archmage with invisibility coming in from the sorceresses now makes their way back off to the north. Alchemist is also here as well. What is going on? There's that acid bomb across that one raider getting... no, is it only hitting the Tauren Chieftain? Yeah, acid bomb only on the Tauren Chieftain and 2 raiders total. The units were not that clumped up together. Meanwhile, mass spellbreakers with some priest acting as support. 54 supply compared to 42.
We're under attack.
Water Elemental looking to get some damage onto these peons. Peons, however, well, not much to be afraid of as the Water Elemental disappears into nothing, into a pile of water. I guess that's technically more than nothing. Tauren Chieftain now making its way over. Meanwhile, back across over here, sorceresses, priest, and Spellbreakers all ready to go for that next fight. Alchemist perhaps lying in wait, ready for some sort of trap. And I don't even know where that Archmage is right now. My apologies. Oh, there it is. It's going to be able to drop a water elemental and then perhaps finish things off here. It does. I would actually be very surprised if it got Blizzard, since it already has 3 claws of attack plus 6. Dropping a water elemental and then having its base attack dealing a good amount of damage, that cannot be ignored. Back down to the south. Soin likes what he sees. No expansion as of yet. Gold mine starting to run low. This gold mine is extremely low. Only 6 seconds left. That's why there's only 1 peasant mining. I guess, well, with only 1 peasant mining, it's not 6 seconds. It's actually more like 30. But who's counting anyways? Water Elemental shows up to the party alongside that Archmage. Extra damage being brought back over. Are we going to perhaps see some ensnares? A Raider now off over here, may be forced to retreat again as the Water Elemental, well, going to go in and back up. Archmage with Staff of Teleportation gets it shot down on cooldown as it gets ensnared. More Orc Burrow Spears getting added onto effect. We could see another ensnare. There it is. Water Elemental shows up to the party. This could be very bad news. Effect is trying to get away. Water Elementals, however, push units out of the way here as we're looking at a low hit point Raider down to 66 hit points. Archmage could try to go after this Raider. Archmage now trying to get away down to 452 hit points. This could be very, very bad. Invisibility, Dust of Appearance, Healing Spray, Chain Lightning, Shockwave, constant invisibility. Archmage is still trying to get away. Dust of Appearance is revealing him down to 48 hit points. Tauren Chieftain could try and, wow, long distance Healing Spray saves as the Tauren Chieftain unable to catch up. Tauren Chieftain unable to catch up right there. Archmage is once again off to the races. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain is going to be forced to back up. Spellbreaker is going to be able to easily clean up. No, Spellbreaker is unable to clean up that, as you saw Chain Lightning hitting that one Spirit Walker. All right, Sorceresses would have been able to easily finish that off. Voodoo Lounge now down to the south. Main gold mines are nearly mined out. 1 minute left here, and that is pretty much going to be it. 54 supply compared to 39. And Soin, well, has a little bit more gold to mine, but is that going to be a big enough difference? Spirit Walker now heading off to the north. Effect perhaps realizing that he should not have gone over 50 supply. He was in low upkeep limbo where your army is really not that strong, but you're still constantly getting taxed. Meanwhile, Archmage now looks to try to get away. Where is it going to go next? Invisibility, Healing Spray, fighting is still raging on. Are we going to see a disenchant? There is a Shockwave followed by the killing blow from the Tauren Chieftain. Effect losing his Archmage now and is only at a 4 supply advantage. Meanwhile, the Farseer sitting at level 4, now also having the help of, I believe, level 2 Chain Lightning, may be able to finish off this 5-5 army. Voodoo Lounge here, ready to go. Raiders here, ready to go. Where are they all going to go next? That is the big question. 54 supply compared to 45. Effect is not really mining anything, so no upkeep pay. Archmage now ready to head off to the north here. Alchemist is going to be ready to go, and this is a 5-5 army going up against a 4-4. It looks as though the Archmage was resurrected at the tavern, but still has a long way to go until it is back up to full. Tauren Chieftain now heading back over here to the top right. Raiders here ready to go. Kodo Beast out on the field. Gold mine has been mined out, and the Raiders with pillage. This may be the gold that they are looking for. Alchemist shows up to the party. Perhaps if it was a Staff of Teleportation onto the keep, that would have been a better use there. Effect now losing that main town hall. Farseer, does it have a scroll of speed? That is the question, as the units are now going to go ahead and try and retreat back out. Sorceresses are here, ready to go. Farseer could be in trouble. Scroll of speed now being used. Spirit Wolf, Kodo Beast in the back line. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Breakers are now coming through. Are we going to see an ensnare as the Raiders are just trying to dive their way through this army? There's another ensnare. Archmage is in trouble. Invisibility. Do we have Dust of Appearance? Yes, we do. Archmage has once again revealed himself. There's an Ensnare. There's a Dust Disenchant, trying to figure out what's going to happen as the Archmage falls again. Effect now losing that Archmage for a second time. That also means that the casters no longer have the benefit of Brilliance Aura. That is going to be a big negative impact. On top of that, the Altar of Kings being destroyed means that you can only resurrect the Archmage the expensive new way. 49 supply compared to 50. Spellbreakers now chasing after the units here. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, more Kodo Beasts are getting added again. Tauren Totem, we are at 50 supply compared to 49. Lumber is still being mined, but there's not really much to be said or done at this point, as we're looking at the armies getting ready to clash. Back in the center portion of the map, no, I do not see any Altar of Kings. Alchemist could try and dive on in. We could see an Ensnare onto a Spellbreaker. Alchemist tries to hold on to that front spot. Kodo Beast now digesting another unit there. Sorceress able to get away, but no, finally getting taken down in the back. Another Shockwave. Sorceress is getting taken down again. And let's take a look. Farseer could try to go for a Chain Lightning to finish off some of these units. There's the Chain Lightning. The Tauren Chieftain doesn't have a Potion of Mana this time around, but still able to finish off more units. 37 supply compared to 47. Effect looks like he is going to be on the losing end of this match here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Spellbreaker is going after the Farseer. Farseer gets taken down. Alchemist now sitting at level 6. Alchemist at level 6, this is a problem. He could start using Transmute very effectively and just buy potions of mana, dive on in with a cooldown on Transmute done, and then get away pretty much scot-free. Alchemist looking to engage here. Kodo may try and eat. Nope, trying to eat something, not going to quite work. Kodo Beast is going to be heading back around. Spirit Walkers could get taken down here. Let's turn back around. Are we going to see these armies engage onto some of those units that actually have mana? Acid Bomb could work. No Acid Bomb there, as Alchemist did spend some mana on something, but without Transmute the ability, what is that Alchemist really going to try and do? He needs the gold in order to get back into this. Meanwhile, let's take a look. Acid Bomb across multiple Spirit Walkers. Spirit Link trying to save some of that damage. Soin at 33 supply compared to Effects 19. Selling some units. Going to go ahead and try and engage. Effect is in a bit of a problem right now, trying to head back here. 19 supply compared to 33. Is he going to be able to head back out? Alchemist now down to 750 mana. He does have a Potion of Greater Mana, so that could be his get out of jail free card, being able to simply transmute a unit on the spot, get some gold back. But is that a reliable enough strategy? All right, there you go. Transmute gets the... Yep. Transmute right there gets... gets the unit back. Meanwhile, Acid Bomb going after the Spirit Walker. Alright, Alchemist can continue to transmute more, get some more damage that way. I do not see any more resurrection as of yet, as we are still looking to get into a fight. Alchemist turns back around at 712 hit points. Going to continue this fight here. 16 compared to 29. And is the Alchemist going to be able to finish off any of these units? Perhaps an Acid Bomb could finish off another Spirit Walker, and that might actually be enough to make a bit of a difference there. There is a Transmute instead. Oh, so when you transmute a unit, the unit still, if there's anything still being digested, still makes its way out, but the timing on that is still very, very sketchy. All right, more units now heading back off to the north. Spellbreakers could try and engage to take down that Tauren Chieftain, but there's really no reason since it most likely has reincarnation. Back off to the north, units are heading every which way. Peons are now doing the walk of shame to get every little bit of gold back into the coffers. 111, that's all that is left for Effect. Meanwhile, Soin sitting, not that comfortably either. Doesn't have any real way of mining any more gold. Doesn't even have a town hall. He is revealed. And the longer this game goes, the better it is going to be for Effect, as Effect can now just transmute the whole entire orc army 1 unit at a time. Soin sitting at 19 supply. Archmage right there. Shockwave tries to hit multiple units here. Archmage down to 221 hit points. Is it more damage going to get through? Let's take a look at this. One more shot. There it goes. 145 damage. Tauren Chieftain could try and finish off this Archmage here in just a moment. Is he going to be able to do exactly that? Or is he simply just going to let that Archmage go? That is a very important question. The Archmage with Boots of Speed, able to keep the distance and grow it. Meanwhile, Archmage is still trying to head back away here. Tauren Chieftain chasing after the unit, down to 179 hit points. Tauren Chieftain hasn't really given up the race, but at the same time doesn't seem to be doing all that well. All right, Water Elemental down to 178 hit points and climbing, but it looks like it will just end up getting taken down without much of an issue. All right, there it goes. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 6. Let's take a look. Peons are now retreating back, trying to mine as much gold as they possibly can. Nothing here happening at the red side, as the Tauren Chieftain is going to get straight behind this Alchemist and then absolutely try to level him, most likely with a number of spells. Alchemist here, ready to go. Well, no, not ready to go. Continuing to back away. Tauren Chieftain here, ready to go, wanting to fight, hoping for a fight. There's a Shockwave now. And all of a sudden, the Archmage is in danger. Spirit Walkers are looking, hey, you know what? Can we be of help? The Tauren Chieftain's like, don't worry, I got this. As the Tauren Chieftain is still chasing after all of those units there. More Shockwaves. 2 heroes. One at level 6, the other at level 5, being forced to retreat from the level 6 Tauren Chieftain. Spirit Walkers now showing up to the party. Are we going to see? Yes, it looks as though the Goblin Alchemist is going to have some very, very troubling times indeed. Tauren Chieftain trying to get in position. Is he going to be able to finish off this one Alchemist? Alchemist now down to 67 hit points. Spirit Walker now back out onto the field. Tauren Chieftain could easily just acid bomb here, but he may want to be saving for that little bit of additional damage. Let's take a look. Down to 50 supply. Meanwhile, Water Elemental looking to finish off the Orc Burrow. Tauren Chieftain, Spirit Walker is right there. All right, Alchemist, one more shot and should do it. Yes, there it goes. Tauren Chieftain finishes off, and that is going to be the game. Soin with the lower score taking the victory. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.